change up the way I've been doing my vinyl update for Facebook. I'm going to make videos from now on. Saves me doing some typing, and it's just a lot easier. Besides, you actually get to see the real records this way, not just images I find online. So, went to the record show just off Preston, down at St. Anthony's Hall on Sunday, and went down with a list of some different stuff I wanted to find. Luckily, I found about 5 albums that were on my list, so it was pretty cool. I was really hoping to fill in some holes in my Jethro Tull collection, so I'll start there. Jethro Tull, Stand Up. That was actually the top of my list, so I'm really happy to have a copy of this. Here's the front. It was done as a woodcut. And the back, same thing. Always love the artwork for this one. And then the gatefold. It's in really great condition, so I'm really happy to have that. The next Jethro Tull, Living in the Past. It's a really cool one to have. I don't have an older copy that has all the original packaging. This was a later pressing, but the records themselves are flawless, so I'd rather have flawless audio than necessarily have the fancy packaging. It's a double album. It's got a lot of their early stuff. It's really cool. So I'm happy to have that too. And one more Jethro Tull. Got myself a copy of Minstrel in the Gallery. So yeah, that's a pretty cool album. Nice early Tull. Well, early enough. I believe it's a mid-70s album. Oh, that's right. Yeah, very cool. Minstrel in the Gallery. So yeah, there's only 3 more Tull albums before 1980 that I need now, so I'm kind of pretty happy about that. Not much left to collect. Also on my list, not Jethro Tull, but another great 70s prog band, Genesis. Selling England by the pound. I've really been looking for this. Well, I've seen it, but it's always been very expensive. Got this for like $5, mint condition, great record. Yeah, very happy to have that. Another one that was on my list, Vangelis Berg. This is one of his most experimental albums, I would say, which is good because I actually prefer his more experimental, trippy stuff as opposed to the more commercial, consumer-friendly stuff, let's call it. Yeah, this is a really cool album, and a little tidbit with this one, he actually designed the cover himself. Bulldog. Most of you would probably hate this, unless you're a collector of bizarre music like myself. Next, Skinny Puppy. Always love to find some cool industrial stuff, and one of the best bands out there if you're looking for industrial. Now, this one's a 12-inch EP. It's got 5 songs. 2 of them are remixes of the song Stairs and Flowers. But no, very, very cool album. Always happy to get some good industrial. Now next, as I was getting ready to leave the show, I noticed one of the vendors was packing up. And he had a sign up that said $1, each album is $1. So I went and I figured I'd check it out. So he had a lot of good stuff, and I actually added up the sticker prices when I was done, when I got home. Realized it was $47 worth of records, and I got them for $10. I bought 10 records, $10. So, and they're good. So, here we go. Uriah Heep, Wonder World. It's, I believe it's the last album they did with that singer, with the original singer. Yeah, very cool. Always love to get a good Uriah Heep album. I'm a sucker for those guys. Great early hard rock, heavy metal, with a bit of prog thrown in there. Great band. If you haven't heard them, listen to them. They're great. This one I'm really happy to have found. The first Yes album. That's awesome. good shape, and it's one I've definitely been looking for. I didn't have a copy of it yet. I've got just about every other Yes album up to about 1980, but I didn't have this one. So, there we go. Nice gatefold. Cover. It's a little beat up, but plays good, so I don't mind if the cover's a little beat up as long as the vinyl's in good condition. And hey, $1. Alright, next. This is just a compilation. I just picked it up basically for the cover. I think that cover is freaking cool. And yeah, it's just a compilation, so there's a few different artists I believe that were on that label. But there's some good stuff. Rick Wakeman, Strawbs, some other cool stuff. So probably won't listen to all of it, but still a good record. And love that cover. Next, I already had this one. Emerson, Lake and Palmer, Pictures at an Exhibition. Yeah. I had it, but this is, I believe, is in better shape than mine. And it was only $1, so why not? Occasionally I'll find an album I already have, but if it's in great condition and it's not expensive, I'll buy it because it doesn't hurt to have an extra copy of a great record. I plan on keeping this collection for a long time, so I'll always have a good copy of those records. Next, Steely Dan, The Royal Scam. Yeah. I'm not a huge Steely Dan fan, but I've always loved this album cover. And I haven't had a chance to listen to this one yet. I know this is a little more guitar oriented, so this might be a little more up my alley than some of their other material. Good stuff. Next, this was a cool find. The very first Steppenwolf album for $1. Yeah. So, I mean, who doesn't love to have a copy of Born to Be Wild, right? This is great. I had never heard this album before, but I picked it up. It's Strawbs. Really good album. I really am very happy I got this. $1, and it's in great condition. Here's the back. And yeah, good find for $1. I really enjoyed this album. Next we got Little Feat. It's a live record. Waiting for Columbus. Front cover, back cover, band jamming out, and the inside. Yeah, it's always great when you find double albums for $1. Here's another one. I hadn't heard of these guys either, but the guy told me they were a good 70s rock band. Bulldog. I understand why they didn't make it. They are not a very attractive bunch of guys. But some good rock and roll. The singer's got kind of a raspy, like Bob Seger style voice. And it's just good 70s rock. And Argent in Deep. Great thing about this is actually a good album. I haven't listened to the whole thing yet. I've listened to a few tracks, but it has. Most of you would recognize this song probably from Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, the track they play at the end. God Gave Rock and Roll to You. These guys are the ones who originally did it. I believe the version on that movie was done by Kiss, but this is the original version. And good band. I look forward to listening to the rest of this one. And back cover. And, well, that was it for the Sunday show. I also went to a smaller show that someone was doing out of their house on Saturday and picked up a couple of neat records. So I'll start with the full-priced ones, I'll call them first. This one is a newer band, kind of gothic rock, called Esben and the Witch. They're out of the UK. And I picked this up. I've only heard maybe one or two songs. Pretty good stuff. I picked this up because in my heavy metal magazine, I get Terrorizer. They have a section called, I believe it's called Dominion, which specializes in gothic and industrial music. And this was voted the album of the year for 2011. So when I saw it for a good price, I figured I'd pick it up, and wasn't disappointed. It's very cool. Next, a classic of the goth rock style, Sisters of Mercy, Floodland. My favorite album from them. It's got Dominion, Mother Russia, this Corrosion. This is great, and it's, as you can see, it's mint condition. It's beautiful, so I'm very happy to have that. I've seen it a few times and wanted to get it, but there was always scratches and decided not to. This time I found one that was mint, so I had to get it. And for the deals from Saturday, this, the very first John Anderson record. John Anderson was the singer from Yes, the original singer for Yes. And this was his first solo record that he did while he was still in Yes. No. I actually didn't even realize what I was looking at. I was actually drawn by the artwork first, and then I realized what I was looking at. And if you look on the inside, gatefold, it's done kind of like a book. There's actually a couple of pages. Some beautiful artwork. And it's in great condition. Good album. A lot of people say that it kind of sounds like Yes mixed with Vangelis, and a lot of people believe that Vangelis was involved, seeing as they partnered up a few years down the road from that. Vangelis and John Anderson did, I believe, 4 or 5 albums together. And but yeah, Vangelis actually wasn't involved in it. I think John Anderson was just a fan. And last but not least, Tin Machine, David Bowie. The band he put together after doing all those, well, let's be honest, they were lame albums in the 80s. He came back with this. Him, a couple buddies, didn't use his own name, played lots of electric guitars and rocked out. Good album, I like it. And it's in great condition, and it was only $1. So yeah, that was the record fair shopping. And stay tuned. I'll definitely keep you updated whenever I find some new stuff, and once in a while I'll show you some of the gems from my collection. Peace out.